Hello, today I am going to be taking a quick review of the NECA lasershot Predator. I just got him today at Walmart. I picked him up for about 11 bucks and he was on sale from 36 bucks down to 11. Because I've been seeing this exact fucking figure sitting on the shelf in the collectible aisle for like 4 or 5 months now and nobody's picked it up, so I just decided to snatch him up today. So where's his other hand at? There it is. So, starting off with accessories this time, of course, he includes his mask, which is pretty well done, I think. I like the copper look of it, the black eye, and it fits on his head pretty well. It holds its position. It's very well sculpted, lots of nice panel lining and detailing inside of it, and it looks like it's half broken or modeled that way specifically. I'm not sure. But it looks good. And I will be putting it on his head in a minute. He includes a fist as well for his left arm, or right arm, I mean. And it looks pretty damn good. It's very well sculpted, painted, shaded. The purple and blue skin tone is really cool looking. I like how that looks a lot. He includes a particle shield, I guess. So this is supposed to be the shield when it's collapsed, but this is the shield extended, and it pegs into his right arm with that peg on the back, and the hole for it is right there. He also includes this normal gloved left hand, which is spread out and splayed open fingers and thumb, and it looks pretty good. The peg hole is in the wrist. And instead of that normal left hand, oops, bumped my phone, I put his weapon on him, which is this giant clawed gauntlet. So, before I get into him, I need to finish the accessories. He includes a bendy wire cable for his right plasma caster, I guess, or grapple gun, but it has a grappling hook and I guess a second grappling hook that looks more like it's meant to pierce or stab something from being fired. I don't know. But this one is clearly intended to be grabbing onto stuff, I guess. And the bendy wire is pretty loose, but it holds its shape pretty well. This end plugs into this plasma caster on the right side of his shoulder, but I'm not going to be doing that here. But getting into articulation now, I guess, starting off with something interesting. He has an LED light up eye for the right side of his face, and it's a very strong and bright LED and looks pretty damn good. I like it. So you can fit his before I put the mask on, pop his head off. His head is very well sculpted and looks great. His eye is red, the exposed eye is, but it's kind of hard to tell on my camera. And his dreads are all soft rubbery plastic and they look quite cool. I like them. They're not all individual, I think. Oh no, they are all individually molded. That's awesome. Except for maybe like this little cluster here, that's like 3 stuck together. But for the most part, his dreads are individual. His mouth is well done. The teeth are very well painted and sculpted. Even the ones inside of his jaw, behind his mandibles, they look fantastic. But that LED is very strong and very bright. That looks so good. So, popping his noggin back on. There you go. So, his head is kind of limited in the articulation department, but I think the mask and the light up feature kind of make up for that. So, you can slip his mask on whoops. That was not supposed to happen. You can pop his helmet or mask on pretty effectively, and you can still push the button underneath by just pushing down on the top of the helmet or mask, and it still lights up and shines through very, very well. It's a little bit blocked because I accidentally pushed it down. I didn't mean to do that. Damn, it's rough. It stays on when you get it on, but it's rough to put on sometimes. There we go. Okay, now it's on properly. But that LED is crazy bright and looks really good. Okay, I'm going to turn that off just to not drain the battery. Can I? Whatever. There we go. Now it's off. Okay, so getting into sculpting and painting, really. It almost looks like real skin texture. All of it looks incredibly good. He's very bright and purple and blue, and I love the color scheme of him so far. His armor is incredible. It's dry brushed in what looks like silverish white dry brushing, but I don't know how well it's showing up, but it's all very vibrant gold. Very, very well plated and pretty looking. I like these big blades on his legs and hips. These are soft rubber. Okay, that makes more sense. These are soft. These parts are not. Yeah, okay, so his thigh armor is soft rubber, whereas the shins are not. Okay, that makes more sense. So starting at his arms, I guess. Well, okay, head. His head can rock a little bit of down, not really any up without popping it off by accident. But it is a simple straight peg, so you can just pop it back on and it won't break. No real concerns about that, in my opinion. So the head is limited, the mouth does not move whatsoever. His arms can... Is that... Okay, he can't even do a T-pose. That's interesting. He has a bicep swivel on, I'm guessing... Yeah, okay, both arms have a swivel. His arms can bend. His elbows are that deep of a bend, double jointed. The arms can move forward about that far. They stop at about there. And can I get them back far enough? Oh, the arms want to stop there. Right? Yeah, okay, they want to stop right about there. So the arms are kind of limited. I'm assuming this one is the same. Oh, that one can get slightly higher forward. Interesting. What about the back movement on this one? That's way better than the right arm. Strange. This pauldron is soft rubber and appears to be attached at the top of the armor here on his shoulder. So that's soft pieces. The plasma caster and whatever this one is on the right side, these are on a rail system. So you can slide it up his back and lean it forward to aim his guns over his shoulders. And that actually looks pretty damn good. I like that. That's cool. So yeah, they can rail down a little bit and plug into place, I think. Yeah, so they can slide down a little bit. The fingers on his gauntlet... Oh, he has a bicep swivel there. Or forearm. Okay. But, the fingers are technically individually articulated, but they're really strong joints and don't want to move. But you can spread his fingers out if you want him to look more aggressive, I guess. I think the thumb moves, I'm not sure. Okay, it has a hinge as well. So all of his fingers and his thumb do move. It's just a little bit tight on my copy. Oh, and the thumb has a swivel. Okay. But his gauntlet is pretty tight for me, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. The torso has a little bit of a rock, not much forward, no back at all, but has a pretty good side-to-side twist. His pelvis or waist armor is all soft rubber, so he can kind of do the splits, but not really. The thighs have a swivel to them. His knees are double jointed, but they stop there. And his ankles, how good are the ankles? Okay, not a lot of back, not a lot of forward. Rotation. Okay, they're tight, but they work. And a pivot / rock. Okay. He's a bit more limited than I was expecting, but that's not inherently a bad thing. Usually NECA kills it with their Predator figures, and I think this guy's no real exception to that. He works. I'm happy with him so far. I'm going to have to mess with him a little bit more, but I think that does it. Oh, and his box is this really interesting looking comic book styled box, I guess. There's comic art there, a picture of him, and the box is one of these opening ones. I don't really know what you would call this type of box, but it opens up from front to back, or well, the front of it opens at least. It's a pretty beefy package. I like this guy so far. I think that's about it.